Yeah, your favorite terror little bacon bear hanging out with the one and only. He got five names at this point, but Black Native.
What's happening, y'all?
Now, where are you a native from and of?
Um, Native of Alabama. Um, but I'm a military brat, so moved around a lot. And this area is like the home away from home. So I go back and forth between here and Alabama. So yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to the DMV. So tell me about the music creation process and when that got started for you. Where does that fall on this spectrum?
So that happened in Alabama. I was a student at Alabama A&M University, and I started with a group. Um, we were called the Dirty South Avengers, and that's part of where my name comes from. And yeah, we just started rapping over, a lot of the beats that were coming out at the time that we felt like, the artist didn't do such a good job over, so we were going to avenge the beat. And so we just started rolling from there.
Well, now Black Native, who is he now?
Black Native is still an artist, but an artist with a more, I guess if you could put a label on it, would be more like adult contemporary, more so. Definitely for my 30 plus people out there who are, still heavy into hip hop, but, you know, leaning over to the grown folks side.
I feel like you captured that on Forever Tonight. I felt like it was a cool little balance between those two things.
Yeah. Mentioning like, life things like divorce and, trying to get back out there dating again and things like that. Everybody can relate to that.
So tell me about the record Forever Tonight. Tell me about the features and how that record came to be.
So actually it was, me trying to get my feet wet again, like I said, after my divorce, just trying to get my creative juices flowing. And this producer that I usually holler at, his name is Rafael Andreas. He actually, shout out to him, he just won a Grammy for working with Hit Boy and Nas on
Wow.
yeah,
Congratulations to him.
yeah. So that's my man. We went to school together. So, I hit him up for some beats. And my little bro, Tokyo Omega, he has the second verse that, didn't get a chance to play on verses yet. But he's just, somebody around Huntsville, Alabama, where I started. Who, I put him in the studio for the first time. And, so he was, a burgeoning artist and things like that. And then the singer, James Ferrette, he's somebody that I met way back in Korea when we were I was like in the sixth grade. He was one of my older sister's friends, and they're from this area. So he was always a singer. So, I wanted somebody on the hook, and everybody just came together and we put it down.
That is quite the collaborative space there. Y'all covered not the whole country, but literally the whole world just in that right there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, just briefly about the divorce and just moving through adversity. How do
Mhm.
you move through that? Because that's not an experience I got under my belt at this point. But how does that come out in your music?
Definitely a healing, part of the healing process, definitely just because it does, you consume with a lot. And that was one of the things that when I felt like, after going to, counseling and things like that, I wanted to get back into what I was doing, getting back to me. And, just wanted to get that creative process going. So I like I said, using a little personal experience to kind of, get through
What
that. And
what advice would you offer to another artist that is also trying to figure out a creative and a productive space to move through hard feelings?
keep trying. It's gonna be days where you don't feel like it. Keep notes if whether you're a painter or a rapper or whatever, jot down ideas. You can always come back to them later whenever you're in a better space. But just see how you feel when trying to write and get stuff together, and eventually, you'll overcome
Nah, I'm with you. I'm definitely with putting the pen to the paper, not for rapping, but
it.
just for like reference is totally important. So I co-sign that message. As far as your KYS versus when we're concerned, did you think that you was gonna win it all the way through and through, or were you like highs and lows? What did you think?
Yeah. Each night was just, I don't know. I don't know, but I think what the turnaround for me was, I think the third night when it was just a unanimous decision. I was like, okay, this may be getting real. So yeah, each night was just an experience, man. And a lot of people who were supporting me, they said it felt nostalgic to them. Calling the radio station, back when we were kids and things like that, So it was all an exciting process.
Well, that's what the Versus experience is all about. I'm so glad that your fan base got a chance to experience that, because the nostalgia part is absolutely true. It's just like I'm answering the phone lines, but just to hear the excitement for people from all spaces and places is like the support is felt, and I love that for y'all.
Yeah.
On your fifth night, when you heard your win, you heard your success right there on the spot. What were your feelings and your thoughts?
I want something. because like like my journey with this, I started at 23, you know what I mean, in grad school. I didn't even know like I wanted to do this until me with the homie in the group, and I just been passionate about it ever since. And I've done showcases, I've done open mics, I've done all kind of stuff for all kind of places, and this is my first time actually winning. I've been getting first place or something like grand champ or something like that. I get like third or fourth or maybe even a second. But this is my first time actually, being a champ. So it felt good.
An underdog story. We see it and we love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I love that you said that you collaborated with all these different people, but do you think beyond the KYS Versus experience that you see yourself collaborating with anybody that reaches out?
Oh, definitely. Again, like when I go to these showcases or, just people who hit me up, like I have been more self-contained because I did come from a group, so I'm used to collaborate, But yeah, I'm definitely down. I got one more feature, on the album that comes from, called 2 Series. So, yeah, I'm down to collab. That's how you build relationships and all kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely correct. I said KYS Versus is a perfect place for people to find like a place to collab, because you found other people that are like-minded, With the rest of the year still ahead of us, and now we're rolling into Q2, I think. What do you have
Yeah.
planned for yourself?
Honestly, being advantageous about winning this.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to use this for other opportunities, and even with the Alabama market, because the radio stations in Alabama doesn't have something like this. And so, hopefully, in trying to, connect with them, I could be like, hey, the DMV love me, social job. You feel me?
That's why we do it. We're pioneers. Yeah. We leading the way.
That's right.
No, absolutely. Well, congratulations to you. Godspeed. Obviously, you did not win this by yourself. I want to give you the space to shout out your supporters that put you in this position to win.
All right. Yeah. Everybody who called in. I know it was late, but y'all stayed up and continued to call. So that goes to my parents, my sisters. The woman whose idea it was for me to submit this song, and all of the supporters. And I want to thank you, the DMV, and you, Bacon Bear, yourself, for choosing the song and giving me the opportunity to be able to showcase it to the area.
Thanks for not submitting a bad record. Thank you for that. It was a good song. Thank you for submitting a good song. Thank you for giving me something to work with. Thank you. I appreciate it. I liked it a lot. Where can we follow you? Where can we tap in with you? Where can we be friends with you and support your music?
Okay, so on Twitter and Instagram, it is Wakandan King, WAKANDANKING. With my music, you can find my albums at blacknative.bandcamp.com. So the song, if you like Forever Tonight, the album that it's on, Too Serious, is on there, and a previous album is on there as well as my SoundCloud. If you put in Black-Native when you put in the URL, it'll show up there as well. And my YouTube page is Black Native ESA.
Straight there like that. Condon King, Black Native, to the DMV and beyond. If you're looking for this full interview, you can find out more about him on my website right now, littlebaconbear.com, at littlebaconbear on social media for me. And no. Those are my horns. Those are my horns right there. You can introduce your record to the DMV one time.
Hey, this is Black Native, featuring my homies Tokyo Omega and James Ferrette. And this is Forever Tonight, WKYS.